It's week 6 of the NFL, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Commanders and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
27 yards there, a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. Oh, it still won't go down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
But when you call back-to-back plays that gain that type of yardage, you fall into a nice, easy rhythm as a play caller, and you gain some confidence early, too.
On 1st and 10, Love.
That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Packers defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. I said,
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Rashawn Gary drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Love from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Off the play fake, Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Love. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 14. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones dances by him. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Jones. Oh, he shifts past him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real 1st quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Love. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jamin Davis, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the...
Here we go. Don't let him get there. Come on, 38.
1st down, Love to pass.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things...
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Daron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
On the out route, Doubs brings it in.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A give left side to Robinson. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's going to get his guys another first down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the option, it's Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Again, it's Robinson.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here. That's Samuel, caught left side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the delay, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Love, they go play action now.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Short throw to Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
To throw now, here's Love.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Love. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now Love.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start with an NFC East battle and a classic one, New York and Philadelphia. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson up the middle.
Escapes the defender, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Sly able to put this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On third down, Love. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked it on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up the Commanders' first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this down to the 33.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a third down and 3. They'll drop to throw.
And it is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They'll look to throw here.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Touchdown, Washington. Irv Smith Jr. from 10 yards out. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go bootleg. Love.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Love now.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, what a move.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Love looking to throw it. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8. Here's Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
An inside give to Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now second and 9. Play action this time with Love.
That's complete over the middle to Callaway. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Now Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They'll try again with Jones.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They need 2. Here's third down.
They'll set up to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Love, they go play action now.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Love.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And brought down, but not not before they're inside the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
This game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Love now to pass on 1st down. To the sideline, and catch as he was able to get both feet in. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd down. Love. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now Washington down by 2. 1:07 remaining. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed.